always a smart decision to mic up or GoPro up Matthew Judon. He's a soundbite waiting to happen. He's a walking soundbite. Joining brother from another. It's good to see you, man.
Man, it's good to be seen, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy? How many times have you come out to the Super Bowl? Is this your first Super Bowl week Radio Row experience?
No, I didn't came out.
Okay.
I think I just got a little bit better, so now I get to sit on stage next year.
There you go.
But I didn't came out to everyone besides Minnesota.
Okay.
I didn't go to Minnesota.
Okay. Well, Matthew, of course, I got a chance to meet and get to know him for my interview series, Gets It. He was very gracious with his time. Always appreciate that. Got a lot of respect for most of your opinions, except for your mac and cheese
Oh,
take.
yeah, man. What's up with
that's
that?
the only thing I got a problem
What was
with.
that
Other
with
than that,
that?
we good. You know?
You gonna revise that opinion a little bit or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna revise it. It's probably the worst side that can be put on the table.
Any meal, not just Thanksgiving. Any meal.
The worst.
All right,
The worst.
but I do.
What's the second worst? Real quick. Second worst.
Uh,
There's no even no.
lobster mac and cheese.
Oh.
Cause now you're just disrespecting the lobster.
See, he quick on his feet. Oh my goodness. All right, but listen, I do respect your takes. You got an opinion on a variety of topics. Biggest sports news of the day. We at the Super Bowl, but we are in Phoenix, the new home of Kevin Durant. What you think of that trade?
You know, Kevin Durant, my boy. Shout out to KD. I just want to see him thrive. So wherever he go, that's where I'm a fan of. You know, so now we in Phoenix. I'm a Phoenix fan. I might go buy a jersey. I know they selling them. They making them right now. So, it's gonna be difficult. I got to see how he does with the team. I think Chris Paul, being the floor general he is, it'll make the game easier for Kevin and Devin. But we gonna see. We're gonna see.
Yeah, should be
So
fun.
you kind of restrained on that one. I thought you'd say, man, you know, the Suns are the favorites. You're not ready to say that yet, huh?
I think wherever he is, they the favorites. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I'm a KD fan.
Okay.
Big fan. So he always gonna win the championship until they eliminate it. And he should have eliminated. Honestly, he should have eliminated Giannis. His toe was
But
just
what
over the
happened?
line. His toe was just over the line.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
His
My
toe-
dog. That's my
his
dog.
toe was just over the line.
Because I've been wearing him out about that.
Come on now.
Because it's coming.
it's true.
Don't act like I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Moving on.
This dude right here. No, we're not moving on for a second. This dude right here was the biggest. KD, Harden, Kyrie.
Why wouldn't it work?
They go set records.
Why wouldn't it work?
It's gonna be all.
Who would have thought they played 16 games? They played an NFL season together.
It should have worked. The NBA is such a noun. Like now, they got a jail. They got a jail. Let them figure it out. But they was like, no, we trading them away. Then they got
Ben Simmons.
bench on the Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
And now he playing. And now he's
He the
playing.
last one standing.
That's what
He the
I'm
last
saying.
one standing. Yo,
But,
you just came off your fourth Pro Bowl selection, your first revised Pro Bowl experience.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl have been trying to figure out a way to make it more interesting, but I was most interested, and I enjoyed, and we saw a clip of it when we started this segment, I enjoyed watching how much fun you guys seem to be having. It seemed like a really fun experience. Forget about the format and the games or whatever. Like, you guys seem to enjoy one another's company.
You see, yeah, that was kind of the biggest thing. It was like you was trying to enjoy it, but you also knew you had to put on them pads. In
previous years.
Yeah, you had to put on them pads and you had to become a different player. Now you don't have to put on those pads. It's not that much physicality into it. Now it's more mental and just using your feet. And so we could enjoy our time much more. And then we all grew up watching those games. We all grew up watching, the bench press, the fastest man, the quarterbacks go out there and do like the skill challenge and throws and all that stuff. We all grew up watching that. And so now that they bringing that back and, making the old new again, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed just seeing it. And then I think as the years come and they continue to do it more, like the games will get better. But, right now there's like, okay, well, let's try this new. And so as it comes and as they do it more, the games will get better. It'll be more competition. They understand how to do it. But this year, it was the first one.
Speaking of getting better, you had a Pro Bowl season in 2021. You had a better season. I don't know if you agree with that. Better in 2022. It was just a great year. And before I ask you the question, the celebration, I love the celebration. You've probably been asked that many times.
Yeah. But he won't do it off the field.
I'm not asking you to do it, but just like give us some insight into the making of it. Brandon Marshall right there.
What's up, B?
I keep telling people, got to shout out Malcolm Crabtree and Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram was like, bro, you got to do one celebration and stick with it. It's going to catch on. And so he told me to do that. And then that's what we had came up with. And then I just been swinging it ever since. So it was really Mark Ingram. We got to thank him.
Now, see, look, the defense was great. You were a record-setting defense this year. You scored, 6, 7 touchdowns. It was crazy what the Patriots did. You might say the defense scored more than the offense at times. Come on now.
You've been waiting for that.
You got to give me that one. I had that one in the draft.
You couldn't wait.
But now, what is your assessment? No, it was an experiment. I know Bill's had some experiments that have worked out, but he had a defensive coordinator be an offensive coordinator. Just what's your assessment of what you guys experienced this year or last year?
I think Bill is such a brain and stuff, and he was like, I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of guys together and we gonna figure this thing out. And it didn't work out how he thought it would, and that's just kind of how football goes when you got a guy like him. And so he understood where he kind of the flaws and the letdowns, and I think he went out and got a really good offensive coordinator, and he's going to turn our offense around, and we're going to continue the same and play the same and hold the same defense and standard to our defense, and then we're going to have a really good team.
The Patriots, as a franchise, are no strangers to Phoenix, into this stadium, in this event, in this stadium.
Yeah.
How close and how do you close that gap? Is the New England Patriots franchise to being a participant in this event again, the Super Bowl, that is?
I'm gonna say I don't know, and I'm gonna say for two reasons. I never ever played in the Super Bowl, so I don't know.
Okay.
And then
that's honest and thoughtful on your part. I appreciate that.
And then honestly, you don't know off paper the next year. You got to play them games. Because on paper, usually the teams that look like it, they'll never get there. And so you never know how NFL season gonna go. We done seen it. People done came into the year. This an unbeatable team. It's no way. Then one injury happened, another injury happened, a trade happened. We need to get this person in here, and then you don't never see that team again. And so I think you gotta do it by building from the bottom up. It's the draft, the players that you have, the off season, and you just continue to work from there. But I think going back to my first statement, I don't know because I've never been here.
That's fair. That's
know
real.
what, Matthew, was so crazy. I've known this dude so long. It's like over 20 years. It's almost like almost 25 years.
Almost 25, yeah.
Almost 25 years. He asked that question. I was about to ask you that. That's what's so nuts. It was like, that's exactly the question I was about to ask you. How much is, speaking of, we got our chemistry, how much does chemistry factor into football? You say you got to play the games, it's a physical game, all that stuff, but chemistry, where does that factor into football, especially for what you do as a defensive player?
I believe chemistry is a huge thing for a team. Like, if you don't have chemistry, you don't have accountability. So when you have chemistry, I can hold you accountable because I know your actions. I know who you are. I know how you move off the field. I know your family. And so when I say this isn't you, I know it's not you because I actually know you. Not this isn't you as a football player. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what's going on. So when I actually hang out with you, we go eat, I talk to your family, you tell me some private stuff, I tell you some private stuff, and we have that chemistry and we have that connection and we back like that, then when you out there and I don't understand what you're doing, I can come to you and I'll be like, hey, instead of us bickering on the sideline, we're not going to bicker because I'm going to understand how I got to approach you. I'm going to understand what I need to say to you. and that comes with chemistry. And so, like, you know, we got a group text that's always popping. We talk to each other all the time, and we hold each other accountable. It's not like, you know, when we have to go lift weights, it's not like the training staff hounding after people. We talk to each other like, hey, you get this lift in, what we got to do, how is it? And we know the people that lift early, we know the people that lift in the afternoon after practice, and we know the people that we got to be like, we got to drag along with us. You know, so
when do you plan to lift?
Yeah. We know, hey, I'm going in there right now. Come on, let's get this out the way. And so when you have that chemistry, I think you can hold each other accountable so much more, and you can speak real. You don't gotta hold your tongue, but you're not fighting with a sword. You know, you're fighting with something dull because you got that chemistry.
Does he get it or what?
Hey, listen,
dude gets it, man.
Hey,
that was one of my favorite interviews in a long time.
You.
We had a good time earlier this season. So I love how you said, hey, I don't know how close we are to getting here because I've never gotten here. But you're here, you're just observing the spectacle that is the Super Bowl. But you're always observing, man. You always, you know, calculating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, so what are you looking to get out of this experience, both professionally and personally, of just being here at the Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, it's always just good to get on interviews like this and just kind of talk, because that's something I want to do in my later career. And so just meeting the behind-the-scenes people, who does all the productions, you know, who does all the managers, and, you know, they job be 40, 50, 60 years, and when ours be 20, 30, 40.
Yeah.
And so it's just always good to, you know, be like, hey, I'm Matthew Judon, shake their hand and get that introduction. And just to see the scenes, man, I think the Super Bowl brings everybody out, and it's always a good time. And, you know, you can laugh, you can have a drink with somebody that you normally don't get to, because it brings so many people to one city at the same time. And y'all just here to kind of have a good time, but also here to learn and experience something different.
What stood out to you from this atmosphere so far? Just if there's one standout, what would it be?
So far, I haven't seen too much. I haven't done it too much, but I'm excited to go see the waste management.
The open,
the golf.
You play a little bit?
I'm starting to get into it, man. I'm high and right. So
okay.
I just got to close that face, and I'll be hitting them straight.
Look at him. It sounds like somebody's taking some lessons.
Got to start. Are you taking lessons?
Yeah. I got a couple of golf pros that be helping me out.
A couple of them.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm between cities and stuff, so in Massachusetts and then in Dallas.
Well, listen, man. If you ever just want some practice for your post-playing career, 3 to 4 Eastern, Monday through Friday, Peacock, which is NBC Sports Streamer, simulcast on Sirius XM Channel 85. You can get all the run you want. And it's a safe space.
Okay.
Except this is how we got chemistry and we hold each other accountable.
Uh-oh.
He said Monday through Friday. This dude don't be here Monday through Friday.
I'll be busy interviewing Matthew Judon.
Don't lie to Judon. Don't lie to him.
What night were we spending like 4 hours together in Craft Suite? What night of the week was that? Was
it Thursday?
No, it wasn't Thursday because I would have been for Amazon, my other gig.
Okay.
But it was like a Tuesday.
All right, it might have been a Tuesday.
My man gave me all kind of time. See, I ain't just taking off. I'm out here working like he doing. He ain't just hit a party. He hit a work.
Right. No, but anyway, seriously, anytime.
Open door policy is what we
come on through. We talk about everything.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get you a mac and cheese restaurant recommendation. And
no, but what's the best? We gotta get that real quick for you. What's the best one though? You said the worst one on the table is mac and cheese. We'll go with that. The best one though.
Side dish?
Yeah. Best.
Like, at what time?
Let's say
Thanksgiving.
Because I'm going dressing is the best. But any other time, sweet potatoes.
There you go. Now we good.
We got you.
All right.
We right here.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.